Her 9000's game room.
Alien Storm was a Sega arcade game made by Sega's Shinobi team, released in 1990. It was the second game to use the Sega System 18 arcade hardware. It came out 1 year after Golden Axe, a very well-known fantasy-based scrolling beat-em-up, and has a lot of similarities to it, leading to people considering it to be the sci-fi equivalent. Alien Storm likes to mix things up a little bit more than Golden Axe though, as not only is it a scrolling beat-em-up, it also breaks up the action by occasionally offering up running, shoot-em-up and rail shooting sections. The arcade game allowed for up to 3 players to take on the role of one of 3 characters, a man, a woman, or my personal favourite, a robot. One thing I love about the game is that it has a very B-movie sort of feel to it, and a sense of humour to match. So you pick your character or characters depending on how many of you are playing, and you're tasked with the job of destroying the hordes of aliens who are invading the Earth. Many of the aliens are disguised as a variety of everyday street objects, such as telephone booths, oil cans, trash cans, mailboxes, and some of them are even humorously, unconvincingly disguised as people. I have to admit that despite having played most of Sega's arcade games back when I was a kid, Alien Storm was not one I can remember ever really seeing. As far as I can remember, my first experience with Alien Storm was when I got a Japanese import copy of the Mega Drive version. So, in order to compare the Master System version, I had to play a fair amount of the arcade game via emulation. Alien Storm on the Master System tries its best to try and recreate the arcade experience in the home with far less processing power. But in order to do this, things had to be substantially cut. Only 2 out of the 3 characters from the arcade are available in this version, the robot and the guy. The game also has less levels than its arcade counterpart, but I will give it serious credit in that it manages to break up the beat-em-up action by occasionally offering up running, shoot-em-up and rail shooting sections just like its arcade big brother. I honestly thought that at least one of these types of gameplay would be cut, so I was very pleasantly surprised that that was not the case. Obviously the graphics are incredibly basic when compared to their arcade counterpart. For an 8-bit version of the game though, with the limitation of the system and the size of the cart, they didn't do a bad job at all. The levels look unique, there are detailed multiple characters, weapons and bosses. Not only this, but everything is well presented. They made very wise decisions when making this game. The choice of colours used throughout the game are sensible, everything stands out and there is none of that awful clashing you see in some low powered games. I think the sound in this game is great. There are plenty of good quality sound effects, but even more importantly, music plays throughout the game, providing some very catchy tunes. The Master System version has simple yet effective controls. One button shoots, another does a forward roll. If you hit the forward roll button, then you press the fire button, you perform a diving attack, which would be great, but annoyingly the hit detection is a little wonky, and on top of this it sometimes is a little too difficult to line up your attacks, as an enemy will appear to be on the same plane as you, yet you'll frequently have to shift a few pixels up or down in order to actually hit them with an attack. And this makes the game feel far more clumsy than the arcade version. Personally, for me at least, the parts of this game that are best are the rail shooting Operation Wolf style sections. I think I'd have ramped these up for this version, as they are the bit that not only works best but feels the most fun. I'd give this game a 5 out of 10. I think it was a valiant but flawed attempt at trying to recreate its arcade big brother, which, although decent in small doses, just doesn't live up to the task. Looking online, a loose cart of the Master System version will cost about £7, which is not the worst price in the world for what it is. If you own multiple systems, or to be honest a Mega Drive, then I'd recommend that you get Mega Games 3 for the Mega Drive, as a loose cart of this will cost around £7 as well. But it has not only the awesome Mega Drive version of Alien Storm, which if you look through my channel I've done a review of, but it also has the bonus of containing Super Monaco GP and Super Thunderblade on it, so it's a far better use of your cash. Okay, that's Kerr9000 signing off saying keep on gaming. Laters, taters. Hi, it's Kerr9000, thank you for checking out my video and for making it to the end. If you'd like to subscribe, then there'll be a little thing for you to click on right near the end, and you'll also see a link to one of my videos and one of my playlists. I make reviews of horror films, both modern and retro video game reviews, science fiction film reviews, and all kinds of other stuff. I even show off some of my collection. You can also find me on the Retro Gamer unofficial forum, which is a great place for retro gaming chat, and it keeps on growing every day. It's well worth checking out. Once again, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.